And it's like some of the character quests, not character quests, some of the commissions that we do don't even matter. This motherfucker is stealing coins from the well. Still, why are you still stealing coins? Oh my gosh, man, this feels so fucking pointless, man. It's like, all right, so I've been re-recording and recording this video for a bit, and it's because I keep going on a tangent. So there's gonna be a couple of things that I'm gonna point out. But this game hasn't changed, and it's still been 5 years. Okay, 2026 is about to be their sixth year, right? But for some reason, they're not looking like they're switching anything anytime soon. Like, for example, other games have released and they have something called reserves. What reserves are is that whenever your energy within that game, your stamina, whatever you want to call it, is capped, what will happen is it'll generate that same amount, well, not the same amount, but it'll generate that energy into a different slot. So let's say, for example, my resin is capped. It'll just start generating more resin into this slot here, right? Some games have it capped at like 1600, 1800, or 480, very low. Which is kind of crazy because two of those games are developed by YEAARRRSSSS, and one of them just decided to take a page from their book and be like, okay, let's do it ourselves, right? Those two games are Honkai Star Rail and Sunless Zone Zero. The other game that took a page from their book is Wuthering Waves. How are you like making quality of life changes on two of the games that you have your name on, right? YEAARRRSSSS, you have your name on, but for some reason, the game that started almost all of this whole like open world anime genre thing is not getting any sort of love. It's just horrible. You enter in Honkai Star Rail, you'll get like 2 free characters right now. I'm not even joking. I'm not even kidding. You'll get 2 free characters, and it makes no sense. 2 free 5 stars, and YEAARRRSSSS had a part in this. It doesn't make sense. My brain can't comprehend this. On top of that, you get a temple just for, I mean, you have to log in for the temple, but you get a temple, which is kind of insane, right? There's even an event that they have running, giving 1,500 of the in-game currency. Very insane. Not fully a temple, but still kind of crazy. Okay, still kind of crazy. Aside from that, they have a skip button. I know people were dogging on Honkai Star Rail for like the whole 10 hours quest thing. Genshin Impact is no better. They have 8-hour long Archon quests, which is insane. I know you can take a break and then come back to it and take a break, come back to it, but I'm just trying to show you something. They saw that there was an issue with those long ass quests over at Honkai Star Rail, and they decided to, okay, you know, even if it was a bit late, add a skip button. The same issue is happening in Genshin Impact. It's been happening since the game released, and there's still no skip button. It's been 5 years. It's been 5 years. It's going to be 6 in 2026. Are we hoping for a skip button anymore? Is everything good? I don't think so. I don't think it's happening. It's never gonna happen. The resin is still capped. They haven't really been increasing the resin at all, right? Again, all other games that have released have reserves. Even a game that came out recently has a skip button, which is Arknight's Enfield. I know that's also catching its own fire, but at least you gotta praise that they have a, you know, a skip button off rip. But yeah, with this reserves shit, every other game that they have that has been developed under their name has a skip button, has reserves to help people who don't really play as often, help them catch up a little bit. It's not a lot, but it's enough to, you know, get at least a character or 2 fully built or whatever, just so you can come back to the game a bit stronger, right? It's kind of annoying that we haven't seen that here, because it feels like they genuinely just don't care about the player base, even though they keep wanting to be even though they keep wanting to say, oh yeah, we're more for the casual players, but we're gonna release this end game here. We're gonna release this end game where you need these specific teams, you need constellations for this difficulty, so don't even fucking try it. It's making no sense what casual players you want. But you don't even have reserves. Again, casual players don't sit through 8 fucking hours of dialogue and say, oh yeah, now let me get to this world quest and do the same. Nobody does that. Nobody that's casual does that shit. Okay. At least what they should do is have a skip button for every quest that isn't the Archon quest. At least. That's all I'm asking. I'm going insane trying to complete all these character quests and all these world quests and all these shitty, dumb little quests. Okay? Give me a skip button for this stuff. I'm getting tired of also spamming, just constantly spamming F and spacebar together, or even F and the fucking left click on my mouse. I'm getting tired of that shit. And I know y'all can fix it. Right? Y'all know, I know y'all can fix it. You have different teams on other games doing it. Why can't you get that team that is in this game to do that? I don't get it. Another thing that's been bothering me recently is that it'll only count to 5 of your dailies out of the 7 for some reason. It really doesn't matter, right? You still collect the daily rewards, blah, blah, blah. You just don't get the check mark on 2 of them, right? For some reason, 2 of them just don't get the check mark, which is kind of weird. Not sure what that's about, but I just want to see my check marks and know that I do have a streak going on. Right? Very annoying. Very, very annoying. This whole choose a constellation thing is very cute. Very cute, very helpful until you realize it's for characters that were meta like 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. Some of them are still pretty useful, right? But it's like, why couldn't you just, add, some of the characters into here, like at least to confirm 1 constellation? Because I'm pretty sure, can you get more than 1 constellation on them? Oh, you can, I think. Wait, who did I run that I got a constellation? Was it? No, it wasn't you. It was somebody, and it gave me a message saying you can't earn any more constellations for this character. Maybe I'm losing it. Maybe I'm going crazy. But yeah, it's just kind of insane. I wish, even if it's just 1 constellation, right? If it's capped at 1 constellations, sorry. Oh yeah, here it is. Like, I can't earn any more constellations for Mona. I can only get 1, and that was it. The second one that I got was from the, what's it called? The anniversary rewards, right? Which is, again, weird that they just capped it at 1, because I have to play 5 days out of 1 week, right? For it to count. And then I have to repeat that after that week 7 more times so that I can get the constellation. So I'm playing for very long just for 1 constellation. And then after that, I can't even double dip on the on constellations again with that same character, which is kind of weird. In my opinion, again, if you're going to do it like this, just cap it at 1 constellation per character. Why not just add whatever character or 5-star I have on my fucking account? The first constellation with characters is usually the throwaway constellation, right? Well, for some, not for all. Is usually the throwaway constellation. So I think allow people to at least have constellation 1 of whatever 5 stars they have, because it's not like you'll just immediately get every character to C6. No, you can only get them to C1. You can only get them to C1. So I think that's the bare minimum that you could do, especially with this like power creep. It's going fucking ridiculous, man. Just let me have C1 vodka or C1 Lauma or C1 Nefer or something, I think that's reasonable. Jesus Christ. But there are so many issues with this game, and I still play it. And before, I did mention that I would stop playing the game for a while, and I did. I just came back because Vodka came out, and I like the playstyle, even though people keep dogpiling him, saying that he's dog shit. I'm having fun with him, in my opinion. Okay, I have his weapon. His damage, it feels good. I wouldn't say it's like crazy damage, but it's good damage. It'll get you by. I feel like people really get caught up in the fact that every character has to deal millions of damage. But the thing with Vodka that's different is that he's been hyped up for so long, being called the strongest in Mondstadt and whatnot, right? And all of a sudden he just comes out and he's underwhelming. I feel it was more because he came out in a region that's very heavy on the this character is necessary for this character kind of thing. It's very heavy on that, which is annoying as fuck, right? And we don't even know if Nicole is going to be the best in slot for vodka, right? I don't know, at least. Maybe some people have way more insight on this situation than I do. It's just super irritating that I need a different character for him to shine. Why are we doing that? He has 2 fucking claymores. He can hold 2 elements. Okay? One has animal, the other one has whatever element he fucking desires, pretty much. Okay? So why are we making him I don't know. Like, his damage is just always, I don't get it. It's just every time an animal character is released, their damage is going to be underwhelming unless they have a specific support that can somehow skyrocket their damage. Right? I don't know about Chaska. Stop talking to me about Chaska. But I'm just saying, like, in general, Scaramouche. Who else came out? Venti got a pretty good buff, but yeah, whatever. Hazel was kind of dog shit. Yeah, there's really not a lot of animal DPSs because, well, they're just not good. Zhao, I guess you could say he's okay, but again, he's dependent on another character to buff him. Like, almost all animal DPSs are dependent on Faruzan, except for, I guess, Vodka. You can make a case for, but I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of every character being dependent on another character. Like, I get it. The whole thing is to do reactions and whatnot, but it's getting to that point where, you know, characters that have been talked about for so long, at least they should have enough power to hold their own, and then that power gets amplified by everybody else. That's how it should be. His damage shouldn't be dog shit just because he has no teammates. You feel me? Makes no sense. Another thing that people have been talking about with Vodka specifically is that whatever his weapon has should have been in his kit to begin with. Alright? Should have been in his kit to begin with, and then the weapon should have amplified that a bit further. Because, hello? I'm summoning on the limited character banner, right? Going up to 70, 73, and then I have to go up to 73 again on the weapon banner. That is so many fucking pulls. I can't even process why you'll give me an incomplete character unless I get his weapon or his best in slot character. Does that make sense? I don't think it makes sense. It's kind of annoying. Jesus, I'm tired of ranting. It's like 5 in the morning. Well, 4:43 in the morning, but you get the point. Anyways, there's way more for me to talk about. I just don't want to do it all in one video because I'm very frustrated and I need sleep. My eyes are hurting and they're burning. So yeah, that's everything I wanted to talk about. I think I'm gonna just edit this, upload it as it is, and not really do any tweaks to it.
Sure feels good.
Have a wonderful night or whatever.
Now, where's a good spot for a nap?